I had said about a week ago that I was going to upload a video of my new tags. Now the tags that I first did about 2 weeks ago, I'm not going to use those in my scrapbooking project because I have some other tags that I made that I like a lot better. I like these new ones that I made. Here's some of them that I made for my scrapbooking project. Okay, here's a few. Here's Now this here, I had a little gold star, a yellow button, and an acrylic bead, clear acrylic bead I put there, and a little lion down here. Okay, and here is a scrapbook tag. I used the orange and blue, and that really pops because orange and blue are opposite each other on the color wheel. So that's why that has such a vibrant color there. And this is a pretty orange one, orange background with a glittery white flower on it. I really like this one. And this one is this is yellow with a nice brown print. And I use a nice yellow ribbon to go with that. Let me put those up here. Here's my animal, my circus animal tag. This is a little longer than the other ones. Now, one thing I want to say about my tags is when I first started, I discovered I was trying to make the tags before I started my scrapbooking project. And what I actually discovered was it's easier to start the scrapbooking project and start cutting out your stuff for the scrapbooking project and just use what's left for your tags. Okay, that way for me it worked better. What I did is I stopped making tags and I started making my pages for my scrapbook, and whatever I had left I just started making tags out of whatever I had left. Okay, so that kind of worked a little bit better for me. Okay, here's another one. Now all these are stuck. All these tags are from items I'm using in my scrapbook. Here's a yellow one. Now with the yellow one I used two daisies. I guess you could call these daisies. I'm not sure that's the correct term for the flower. But I put those there and I put a little lace at the top for the ribbon. This one is plain. Has a lovely green stripe on it. Okay. Okay. And here's one. I like this one a lot because of the butterfly. I have I got it comes in a set, 25 butterflies in a set, and I use that. I used quite a bit of butterflies in this project because I had like 25 of them, and the colors they had them in all matched what I was doing with my project. Okay, and also I used some turquoise, or you could call them blue green ribbon flowers that I had purchased for that, and followed it up with some uh, yellow yarn for the tie. Now I used a variety of yarn, organza ribbon, and regular lace ribbon to give it, to make each one different. You know, here's two more. Okay, they're plain. Some of them are plain. Some of them have stuff on them. I just wanted to have a nice variety of all that. Okay, and here's the circus animal one, and I put a border at the bottom and a flower. I think I'm gonna put a nice little gem in the middle of that. I just haven't decided. Maybe a green gem will go in the middle of that one. And here's another one I made. This is a nice striped background with a flower, orange flower with a yellow center and a green acrylic bead in the middle with a butterfly there. Okay, and I followed up with some white yarn for the ribbon. Okay. Okay. All right now. this one here, this is a one that I had worked on for a while, and when I started out, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it. But what I did is I had some yellow pineapples and pears that I cut out of some fruit scrap paper I had. And here's a little yellow lemon, and I just put them around the edge of the piece. And but then this side didn't have anything on it. So what I did is I cut some scrap paper, white and yellow scrap paper, and I put it there. And it didn't look like it blended in. But then I took a green colored pencil and I filled in the circles to make it blend in together. So that way I wanted something like a abstract uh, tag for this. So that's how I got it to pull all together. And here's I followed up with yellow green yarn for the tag. For the ribbon. Now here's my favorite one out of all of them. This is my sailboat tag. Now here I cut out for the sail I used a stripe pattern, scrapbooking paper, a green. I made the boat green. Now the little sun I used orange and yellow, as you can see here. And for the water, I used a pretty blue print that I had, and it has a lot of shine to it. Now the one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back right in the middle there and put a yellow jewel right there for the sun. That's the one thing I forgot to do. And I also put a butterfly on here to match the boat, the sailboat, and I finished it off with some nice blue ribbon. Okay, that's my favorite one out of all of them. Okay, and there's all my tags. Okay, and like I said, I really enjoyed making these. And one thing I learned, one thing that works for me is to start your scrapbooking project and then make your tags out of what you have left. You know, cause what I was doing, I was trying to make my tags for my scrapbooking project, and it just wasn't coming together as quickly. But now that I got my pages made, I'm using what's left from the pages to make my tags. It's just working a lot better that way. Um, and also, what I also did is use a variety of different prints and different ribbons and colors and textures, so that way they would all have a different character about all of those. Well, that's all I have for today. My name is Shane. I want to thank you for tuning in to Shane for Crafts, and God bless.